Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with some surprising Power Rangers Dino Fury news. So today they shared us a preview clip of episode 12, surprisingly, and apparently more new episodes are going to be coming to Netflix soon, or at least coming to Netflix soon as this episode. That's all we know right now. Like, as I am recording this, excuse me, they just showed a preview clip for episode 12 and said, this is coming to Netflix soon. I don't know what that means, whether they're going to do an individual release, or is it going to be like 3 episodes, or is it going to be 12 through 22 or whatever. I don't know as of this recording. I'm hoping it's at least some sort of batch. I don't want to see them released individually. I mean, I'll still watch it either way, but I'm kind of hoping it's at least in some sort of batch. I mean, ideally for me, they would just drop the rest of it all at once, but I just hope it's in some sort of batches instead of just individually. But that's some news, especially since it just recently dropped. I don't know how soon, you know, could be a month, could be a few months, we don't know, but that's exciting news, and it definitely seems like there's a strong possibility we will be able to watch the rest of the season, or at least most of the rest of the season, on Netflix before it hits Nickelodeon. I get a lot of questions in these videos when I've been covering the recent episodes, like, is it still coming to Nick? As far as we know, the rest of season 1 is going to be airing on Nick probably in the fall, regardless of what happens with Netflix. That will probably happen. I don't know about season 2. It seems like they're probably going to move Netflix exclusive based on the news we've already gotten, but season 1 is probably going to air on Nick eventually, because they still have the rest of this year on contract. But it appears we are going to be getting things different. Maybe Hasbro sort of finally realized what was going on, or finally decided to do something, rather, about the international airings, and so we're actually just going to be getting it on Netflix. So that's cool. But we got a preview clip, so let's go ahead and talk about that. So it's pretty tame, but there's kind of some interesting stuff going on. I mean, it starts with Izzy and Javi are outside of this place, and they're clearly talking about the filler plot of the week. He's like, I guess Coach Phillips or whatever doesn't care about his kids. I'm like, I guess Dawson Rider doesn't care about this dumb filler plot. So that really has no consequence. What's really important is what happens after, is their dad calls them and says, there's a Sporix beast here at this location, so stay away. I've called the hotline. And then Javi and Izzy go back to the base, and Solon and the others are like, we've gotten no such tip. There doesn't appear to be a Sporix anywhere. So they go check it out anyway, and it's Weisel, what's his name, Slither, and Creon, and they're recruiting a new Sporix beast to their merry little band, and they wind up spotting the Rangers, and they blast them. And that's kind of interesting for a couple reasons. I'm not sure why their dad is lying. Is he lying for a specific reason? Is he kidnapped by somebody? Are there someone using his voice? That's kind of suspicious. I'm not sure what to think there. Maybe it could be Slither maybe using the voice, because he can transform into people. I don't know how he got the Rangers frequency, but that's an interesting point, is I'm not sure exactly why their dad would be lying to them, or at least a fake version of their dad. And the other thing I find interesting is that it's Slither and Creon on their own, or Mucus on their own. And in the episode where he debuted, it seemed like he got destroyed, and he never went to Void Knight, and it was Mucus that found him. And I was kind of speculating, because those two are such, you know, thick thieves in the main show, in Ryusoulger, that I'm kind of speculating that Mucus is going to be keeping him a secret from Void Knight. Whether it starts out for like a I'm going to take over purpose or not, I think that's interesting. And I talked about in the reviews how I kind of wanted to see there be some sort of different, not factions isn't the right word, but I like the idea of sort of competing villains with Void Knight and maybe Slither. So I think the idea of Mucus keeping this a secret and it maybe leading to something could both be interesting and kind of cool for the show. So we'll have to see. But so yeah, it was a pretty interesting preview clip, all things considered. I'm still trying to figure out why their dad is lying to them, or who could be disguising their voice, and like what the purpose of it is. But it's kind of interesting for a clip that started out, I'm like, are they really going to show a preview clip for more upcoming episodes that's just about this weird gym plot? But yeah, pretty cool. So what did you guys think of the clip? Are you looking forward to more episodes dropping soon? How do you want to see them drop? Do you want to see it one at a time, maybe 3 or 4 at a time, or do you want to see them just get the rest of the season in a chunk? For me, that would be the best thing to do for the rest of the series, is just like season 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. That would be perfect. But let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.